And then Abdul Nur Prado, who is writing today, and there's others, just to get a sense of how on earth this works. How can you combine anarchism with something coming from the religion of the Sharia, the religion of Khilafah, which emphasizes, that there is an authority, that the khutbah is read in the name of the Khalifa. How do you fit anarchism into that? Does this work at all? Well, we don't need to come to a judgment ourselves necessarily, except to reflect on the fact that these 19th century people did experience Europe as very, very dirigiste. The state increasingly legislated and controlled people. You needed a passport in order to travel. The state had a file on everybody. The state was interested in your health, in your education, doing a lot of things that the traditional state never did. And it's one of the paradoxes of modernity and the Enlightenment that on the one hand there's this discourse of liberty, freedom, equality. On the other hand, there is more and more regulation of our lives. And for many of these people, the Islamic world looked like an alternative. Nowadays, it doesn't look like an alternative because of, as Wa'il Hallaq has pointed out, you have the attempt to turn the Sharia into statutory law, something that the state imposes, which is not something that classical Islamic law recognizes at all. God legislates, the Qadi interprets and applies, and it's done locally. But just to see that this is indeed an inference that in the pre-modern Islamic world, which didn't have a pope or an infallible hierarchy, and which didn't have a state that legislated, in many ways, the classical Islamic vision seems to look a little bit like what the anarcho-syndicalists are saying.